must be forever soft under your feet. I thought I was losing my mind in this cage.
I must release the other prisoners. You'll be out soon.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle!
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Now that they are free, we must help the prisoners escape this place.
If they leave through the city, Hikmet guards will arrest them.
So we have to find another way to get them out. It's perfect. We just have to clear the way. The mechanism doesn't work. I need to take a closer look. I have to find the people responsible for what happened here. They must answer for their crimes. Wait for me.
We are prepared to fight these people with you. Yes. We will make them pay for what they have done to us.
You're not strong enough to fight. It's better for you to stay here.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle. the enlightened protect me in this battle!
Poison on my blade!
Who are you? You have no right to be here.
I have come to free your prisoners, and put an end to all the horrors that take place here.
I knew this would happen eventually. This all went too far. Dr. Asili, he lost his mind a long time ago. But what are you going to do with us?
Arrest you. Then I expect you will be sentenced.
No, please! We only followed the doctor's orders. We tried to stop him, but he is the director of the lab.
You could have reported it to the governor, or left this place.
He threatened to destroy our lives. We could not... Please, don't lock us up.
What will you do once you're free?
We will try to redeem ourselves and resume our work at the governor's laboratory. That's where we worked before joining Dr. Asili's team.
If your conscience allows you to resume your activities as if nothing has happened, you may go.
I'm eternally grateful, Your Excellency.
These poor people lost their lives only a few hours ago. They could not survive this mutilation.
I am sure that the enlightened will welcome these martyrs of science with open arms.
This note carefully describes the sequence of the experiments. There are even sketches. It's hard not to feel sick. This is proof of all the horrors committed here. Asili has locked himself in his office.
Afra? What a surprise to see you here. You finally came to your senses.
Master, it's not...
Who is this person?
I am the legate of the merchant congregation, and I'm here to put an end to your crimes.
My crimes? What are you talking about? My work was for the good of humanity. Don't tell me you're crying over some savages. The survival of our species requires sacrifice.
What did you hope to find from all these experiments?
Since the Malachor never reached this island, I wanted to check if these savages were sensitive to it. And I discovered that they were naturally resistant. Do you realize the implications of this discovery? So I tried to isolate this resistance to develop a cure in order to send it to the people on the continent. But I doubt that you will be able to understand the subtlety of such an approach.
This man is a cold-blooded reptile. My brothers and sisters were no more than ants to him.
You are a very beautiful specimen. When I think of the power flowing through your veins.
Why do you bother with the notes?
You are known to be immunized too. I wanted to check the reality of such a statement. To be precise, this is not the case. You are actually more resistant.
How many of my people did you have to slaughter to reach that conclusion?
Come on, Afra, my dear student. Will you let these narrow-minded inquisitors decide my fate? Are you not also devoted to science and truth?
Science and truth do not excuse your lack of humanity. I'm ashamed of having been taught by you, and that I didn't warn Burin that you'd gone mad. If I had, we could have prevented all of this.
You disappoint me so much, Afra. A second time. When I think what I wasted trying to teach you science.
We learned everything we wanted to know. This lab will close, and you will answer for everything you've done.
You think so? Guards, capture these people!
Maybe a bit of poison on my blade.
Stop! Think of my knowledge. All that I have accomplished. That can never disappear.
Even now you remain arrogant. You do not deserve pity.
Miserable simpletons! This is science you are murdering.
I can't believe it. Constantine's malachor was caused by a silly. The potion we were made to drink when we landed on the island was contaminated. How dare he do such a thing? And why?
I'm sorry, Greenblood. I never thought someone would try to kill him that way.
Let's go. I found a way out of the city. But be careful. You are weakened and creatures roam these tunnels. I will lead the way. There you are. You're free.
You have saved our lives. How can we thank you? We will never forget what you have done for us on Almenawi.
Yes, we will always be grateful.
We are not very far from the Hikmet outpost. You will have to be careful.
I know how to reach the port without being seen.
Perfect. As for you, you should take refuge in Bitchute. You will be safe there. But you need to avoid the Alliance patrols.
We'll get there. Qua awalem segven.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, and to what do I owe this honor?
I have been to Asili's laboratory, and what I discovered was abominable. Hundreds of poor souls tortured. Victims of horrifying experiments. There were so many dead that a pit had been dug to burn the bodies.
How horrifying. I cannot believe it.
The natives were not the only victims of these crimes. There were also a number of Nauts.
Nauts? Pardon me for doubting you, but do you have proof of what you say? And have you brought Dr. Asili to me so he may answer these accusations?
Alas, I was forced to end his life. He gave me no choice. That said, you will find ample proof of his madness there. You need only send a few men.
Perhaps I shall. But it should have been my role and that of his fellow savants to judge him. He was one of our most brilliant minds, and you have slain him like a beast. What proof do I have that this is not pure fabrication invented to weaken our position?
Before you say anything that you might regret, Excellency, I would like you to examine this.
What is it?
You should certainly recognize Asili's handwriting. He admits here to poisoning my cousin.
But this is madness. Whatever would have motivated him?
I have no explanation to give you, Excellency. But as far as I'm concerned, I've done nothing more than exact justice for my cousin. And I'm certain you would agree with me that this affair would be best kept a secret. My uncle has but one son remaining. And if he were to learn that his life is in danger at the hand of the bridge...
You speak with wisdom. What terrifying business. We have lost all hope of finding a remedy, I'm afraid. But justice has been served, and perhaps now, at least, the natives will call off their attack. Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lady.
Constantine.
My adorable cousin. I am always happy to see you. What news do you bring?
We managed to solve the problem of the attacks on San Mateus.
Really? So, what was causing them?
The city and its outposts were being continuously attacked by animals. These beasts were led by a large creature that strangely resembled a mountain guardian.
This is the same creature which High King Vinbar turned into, isn't it?
Exactly. Except it looked sick and it didn't act like the High King did. It was calling the animals around it, and it seemed like it was transferring its disease to them before making them attack. I've never seen anything like it. And there's more. Hikmet was in a similar situation, do you remember?
Of course. Don't tell me that a Guardian was involved there as well.
Yes. The governor was convinced that the attacks were led by the islanders, and yet they were being attacked as well. And it was by their side that I fought the creature. That time it was a Nardaig Glenderman, a beach guardian, but it seemed just as sick. And it was also manipulating the animals to make them aggressive.
So, it would be some kind of epidemic affecting the Guardians. I don't see what we can do about it. Actually, I think you've already done what had to be done, by eliminating those that were threatening our neighbors.
Perhaps. But I am certain that there is more to it than a simple epidemic. These beasts attack in a coordinated fashion, which requires an intelligence that they don't have.
You're exaggerating, fair cousin. The attacks you thought were coordinated may just have been coincidental.
You may be right. But I can't help thinking that someone is behind all this.
Do you really believe that a Denegad would want to take over the island? Cousin, you know how much I respect you, but frankly, this doesn't seem very coherent. but I see it's already quite late. If you'll excuse me, fair cousin. Regrettably, I must leave you.
Where are you going?
Not very far, rest assured. But I have a small personal matter to take care of, you see. Don't be concerned. There's absolutely no risk. Use the opportunity to take some rest. You've really performed miracles recently. See you later.
But why would he leave like that? Guard, do you know where my cousin is going?
Sorry, Your Excellency. His Highness didn't tell me anything.
You are one of his bodyguards, aren't you?
I am, Your Excellency. But recently it has been difficult to force His Highness to accept our presence.
Recently? You mean this isn't the first time he's left without an escort?
I'm sorry, Your Excellency.
You'd better tell me everything.
But Fine. I don't mean to be disrespectful towards him. But His Highness's behavior has been very peculiar recently. He sleeps very little, and goes out alone almost every night.
And it didn't occur to anyone that I should be informed?
Well, His Highness had specifically ordered us not to tell you about it.
And where does he go? I thought the days when he used to go from tavern to tavern were over.
He doesn't go to taverns, Your Excellency. From what I know, he goes outside the city.
Where could he go outside the city?
I've no idea. We saw him going north. That's all I know.
Listen. I know this matter is putting you in a difficult situation. You were supposed to protect my cousin wherever he went. But he refused and ordered you to keep your mouth shut. But Constantine is not just my governor. He's my cousin. I'm worried about him. He's already been abducted once when leaving the city. So if you know anything else...
I don't really know where he's going, Your Excellency. But I think I know where you could find out. When he doesn't leave the palace, he stays in his office for hours. He writes so much down in there that he could fill entire books. Here, I have the key. Take it. I hope you find His Highness and manage to make him see reason.
I don't like this at all. What could he be doing outside every night?
Normally I would have said getting drunk at the tavern. But clearly that isn't the case.
I'm starting to believe that the revelations of Anon Millefrictaman had some truth to them. Let's rummage through his papers. We may find a clue.
It can't be easy to discover that your cousin has descended into madness. But we can't let him kill these people simply because he's afraid they might have seen him. May the trees on your road always bear fruit.
Thanks. You saved us. These beasts would have torn us to shreds.
These animals were strange, as if they were enraged. Thanks again, Renaigse.
I'm glad I could help you. And perhaps you can do me a favor in return. I'm looking for a young man, a Renaigse. But he looks a bit like an Onol Manawi.
Someone like you?
In some ways. But his marks are different. Darker.
She's talking about the crazy Donegad.
Indeed, that might be him. Do you know where to find him?
No, we see him passing by around nightfall, but we don't know where he's going.
He walks along the path, often followed by some beasts.
He has a sinister look in his eyes. He scares me, so we stay hidden.
And you do well to hide. I think he's the one who sent these animals to attack you. Do you have any idea how I could figure out where he's going?
She could hide in the old house. She would see him passing by and could follow, couldn't she?
You're right. If you take this path to the right, you'll reach an abandoned house. You can hide there. And from up there, you will be able to see the path perfectly.
Thank you. You've been a great help. And stay hidden. You may still be in danger.
Be prudent, Onol Manawi.
You're very isolated here. Why live so far from a village?
It's a long story. Matir, will you tell him?
When I was young, I got engaged to a young man. But he wasn't my Minundanem. I thought he was, but I was wrong. And one day, I met the one I would love for all my life. As I had broken my engagement, we were exiled.
So, our parents came to settle here. They built this house, and we were born.
There. Now you know the whole story. Do you want to know anything else?
I'll leave you alone.
Qua awalem seg.
We can't be seen from the path. Let's wait here to see where Constantine goes.
I see him. And he's not alone.
are you doing?
Cousin! You're here! I would have preferred that you learn all of this another way. To be able to reveal everything to you in better circumstances. But whatever power we earn, there are some things that escape us.
I have no idea what you were talking about. But what are you doing here?
I seem monstrous to you. I am well aware of that. But I promise to explain everything when the moment is right. Then you will understand. You will see. Oh, the temptation is so great to share all with you right now. You have done so much for me. You have given me so much. I haven't forgotten, believe me. But I still have more to do. Forgive me and have patience. Hold them back. But do not kill her for anything in the world.
Constantine, come back and explain yourself.
I think I taught this spoiled brat how to wield a weapon. And now he's throwing beasts at us.
So mad. It's the only explanation.
Let's see if you can ward off this feint. Let's see if you can ward off this feint. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. Things are about to get dicey. Our enemies. Let's see if you can ward off this feint. Shadow engulf our enemies. Let's see if we can ward off this feint.
Flesh of my earth, help me. You saw him do it, didn't you? You saw him draw from me, steal my children, my guardians, pervert my force.
Yes, but I don't understand.
What he wants, eternity, strength, power. It is what they all want. Those who take without looking beyond themselves. Like all those from the faraway lands.
He wasn't like that. He couldn't care less about all that.
Then it is the sickness, the brevity of his existence that terrified him to the point it changed who he is. You must stop him. Each time that he bonds, he destroys me a little more. And with me, the hope for a cure. And now it's my heart, my most sacred sanctuary that he covets. You must kill him.
That is madness.
The consequence of his folly, yes. Believe me, there is no other solution. Stop him, flesh of my earth, or there will be nothing left to save.
I still can't believe this.
I understand what you feel. I have trouble believing it myself, but Enon Milfrichtaman never lies. We need to stop your cousin by any means possible.
We must learn more if we want to understand his plans and prepare against them. This hiding place he was talking about in his notes. We must find it.
If in his folly he remembered just a small bit of what I taught him, then he shall warn his guard to be ready for us. We will need to be discreet and find ourselves allies.
You're thinking of all the creatures that he has perverted. A veritable army.
Precisely. And against an army we will need soldiers. The natives will follow you because their god has ordered it.
We might also be able to count on help from the Nords. We'll need to speak to their admiral. We should also be able to count on Sieglinde. Her troops will be all the more welcome. And of course, we can also go and find the Mother Cardinal, as well as Governor Buren. What an absurd project. On the continent, they would brand us insane. But not here, on an island where everything is possible. And all folly is accepted. Let's go. We need to put an end to all of this.
What do you seek?
I have come to ask for your help in stopping my cousin.
The one Finbar abducted? Why do you want to stop him now?
He was afflicted by a terrible disease. Katasak bonded him to the island to cure him, but the power he received from it made him go insane. Do you remember the attacks of creatures led by a strange guardian?
Of course. I was even told that you fought one of them with Darren. I would have loved to be there.
He was sent by my cousin. He managed to bond himself to other places, and he transformed their guardian each time.
The Donegada never bind themselves more than once. They say it would be very bad for Tir Fradi.
I'm afraid they may be right. Now he wants to target the sanctuary of Dorhead Genadu.
So, he is the one Enon Milfrichtemen was talking about when he warned me of danger.
Without a doubt. And to stop him, I need allies. I intend to suggest this alliance to other factions. But I need the support of your people. I know that you don't like the Renaigse and that you do not trust them. But we are all threatened. We have no choice but to act as one.
I do not like your proposition, and you know it. But you are our Karants, and we cannot refuse to answer the call of Enon Milfrichtemen. I will assemble my best warriors and we will go defend the sanctuary with you. In the meantime, take this weapon. It has always served me well, and I hope it will help you in this fight.
Thank you, Dedra.
We will prevail or we will die. May the volcano give you its fury, Karants. Anything more?
I need to be going.
Gwawalem seg.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I have come to ask for your help, Admiral. My cousin has been plunged into madness, and he apparently wishes to conquer the whole island. He took control of many creatures by reenacting rituals he learned from the islanders. And now he uses them to attack the cities and villages of those he considers to be his rivals.
A difficult situation, admittedly, but one that does not concern us. Who's in charge of the island is none of our business, Desarde, and you know that.
It actually does concern you. If my cousin takes control of the island, soon there will be no ports where your ships can berth. He's not looking for political influence. He desires power. Absolute power.
I see. It's a decent argument. So what now?
We must stop him at all costs. And for that, I will need allies. I already have the support of other factions, but I was hoping I could count on the help of the Nauts.
You can. My men aren't really used to fighting on land, but they will be by your side. You have proven time and time again that we can trust you.
Thank you, Admiral.
May the winds be in your favor, de Sardet. You'll need all the help you can get.
Hello, Your Excellency.
Hello, Commander.
Lady de Sardet, how can I be of service to you?
I have come to ask for your help.
I'm at your service, Your Excellency. What is it you want from me?
We need reinforcements to protect the sanctuary of the natives, north of the island.
Very well. I will send some troops there. But may I ask who or what they will be fighting?
Creatures in great numbers. And probably my cousin.
I beg your pardon?
As your men must have told you, he has changed a lot recently. Ever since he was cured of the Malachor and bonded to the island, he has become obsessed with power. He is now targeting the heart of the island. If he succeeds, we're all doomed.
I have indeed heard reports of the Governor's peculiar behavior. Since he is our employer, I asked my men to turn a blind eye. But thanks to your help, we avoided dishonor. I won't forget it. If you're telling me that we are in danger, and that we need to go to this sanctuary, we'll go.
Thank you, Commander.
Anything else?
I have to go. Goodbye.
I also have a lot to do. Until next time, Your Excellency.
Greetings!
To San Mateus.
Let's go!
Your Eminence, I salute you.
Lady de Sardet, what can I do for you?
Do you remember I thought someone must have been responsible for the attacks you sustained?
Yes, you thought that this guardian who sent us the animals couldn't have been acting alone.
And I was right, sadly.
You're hesitating. Are you afraid of my reaction?
Indeed. As the person responsible is none other than my cousin, Constantine.
Does this mean that the congregation has decided to wage war on us? And thanks to which obscure alliance has your cousin been able to manipulate these creatures?
Constantine acted alone. And he betrayed us as much as he betrayed you, believe me. As for the way he manipulated these creatures... Do you remember that my cousin was sick?
Absolutely. And it is said that his recovery was the result of a rather suspicious miracle. Are you telling me that your cousin has made a pact with the demons of this island?
Something like that. He was cured by a Donegad of the island who performed a bonding ritual. But the power he received from this made him thirsty for more, and he bonded himself to other places, thus gaining control over the Guardians who were protecting these sacred places.
But why attack us? Did his madness make him forget about our alliance?
His thirst for power is making him want to control the island entirely by himself. And I know that for this purpose he will soon attack the natives' main sanctuary on the volcano. I won't stand a chance against all the creatures he's taken control of, and I need some help. Others have already joined me, but we also need the support of Thélème. Having a common enemy should help us forget all the differences that have been opposing us.
The idea that we would protect the sanctuary from an insular demon is completely insane. But you have helped us several times, and I trust your judgment. You can count on our help. My men will fight by your side.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Thanks to your wisdom, we have a chance to prevail. I must leave you.
Naturally, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, and to what do I owe this honor?
I have come to solicit your help, and to propose we forge an alliance.
An alliance? Against whom?
You remember, no doubt, the attacks that fell upon Hikmet, but also San Mateus and against the natives.
Of course. You told me that different Guardians sent the beasts.
Precisely. And the Guardians were manipulated by someone. I discovered who it was. This revelation will not please you, but I have no choice but to tell you. It is Constantine.
Surely you jest. What is the meaning of this? Do you know how many men have died during these attacks?
Allow me to continue, I beg you. My cousin's sickness shook him to the core. Then there was a ritual and his capture, and Constantine has fallen to madness. He has been increasing these rituals in order to link himself to the island to gain power and manipulate its creatures. He is fighting a war against everyone, and it now appears that he wants to take control of Teofredi. He is preparing to attack the Volcano Sanctuary, and I need help to stop him. It is in the name of the congregation that I come to see you. Constantine betrayed us as well.
That's madness. It is complete madness. All of this superstitious nonsense. These absurd theories. I believed you sincere, Desade. Which does not mean that I believe you now. But no matter. You are in need of men to stop your cousin who has already attacked us?
Precisely. I have already gathered support, but I need as many allies as possible.
Let us be clear. I don't believe for an instant that this story has a link to the island or whatever foolishness, but I do trust you. You have rendered us valuable services and have supported us. And since we cannot allow the crimes of your cousin to go unpunished, we will stand beside you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you. You have improved our chances of success tenfold. I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lady.